welcome. This is Darius Barazandeh. Thank you for opening up this email. I want to give you an energy update for the time period of March 24th to March 31st. Plus, if you stay to the very end, I'm going to do something that I've not done on a video in 2 years. I am going to be sending you scalar energy light from a quantum wave scalar laser. And so stay to the end. It's going to be pretty cool. We can actually do this through the quantum miracle of quantum physics, and we're going to be doing it. Also, I want to give you an update of what's going on and also a clearing for the weekend. So one of the things that's happening right now is that we have a fairly quiet week. It's more of a week of integration. You know, last week when I sent out the Friday update, I shared there were a lot of shifting energies. There were a lot of things happening. We had the Mercury Retrograde. We had Cryon and the Sun actually moving into alignment. This is a little bit more of a quieter week. It's more of a week of integration and knowing, but we also have, thankfully, Mercury moving out of retrograde. So it's going to go direct on 3/28, which will have already have happened at the time you're watching this video. And the other thing I think that's really important is that we are discovering through a lot of the Arcturian contacts that we are seeing a lot of fifth dimensional energy and even, according to some, fifth dimensional light ships coming into our Earth zone. And this is because there is a lot of higher dimensional activity right now, as I believe we're getting closer and closer to a massive tipping point on the planet. We're seeing a lot more truth and reality coming in the eyes of humanity than we've ever had before. It is very hard for those that are trying to perpetrate fraud or dark agendas to continue to do this. This is because the frequencies of the planet are not supporting it. The reason is that people are declaring their sovereignty. We're starting to realize that our consciousness will shift the problems out of our reality. And when we raise that vibration, the world changes. The things that the world will tolerate, that the energy grid of Earth will tolerate, change. In other words, it no longer becomes a situation where those that want to do harm or be in contravention of universal law can continue. And it starts with your... To help you do that, of course, we've got tools and we're going to do some processes today. And we've got all new calls down below that I want to share. Well, one of them, and a few of them we've carried from the previous week because they were so popular. And one of them I want to highlight, I want to mention, is Christopher Macklin's amazing Divine Melchizedek healing. Now, in this healing activation that you'll find down below, Christopher Macklin actually brings in the Melchizedek angel team, and I felt these little tingly hands all over my chest and shoulders sort of doing some work in different areas. So you're going to get to experience it. It's down below. It's available until Sunday at midnight. The other session that we started the week with, which was really exciting, was my dear friend Kenji Kamara, who is a quantum light weaver. He actually weaves energy and realities into your awareness and into your field. And one of the things that he did during that session was actually move a lot of energies and bring us into alignment with the central sun and our soul. We are hearing from a lot of reports that I get that all the suns in the universe are actually getting supercharged. They're getting supercharged with higher dimensional energy. There have been a lot of coronal discharges. There have been a lot of solar flares. There's been a lot of cosmic waves hitting the planet. This is raising our frequency. And one of the things that Kenji did was plug into that central sun energy and take us on an evolutionary journey to re-establish and know what we are. So take a listen to that session. It's amazing. Plus, for the first time ever, Kenji is opening up, that I can remember, one-on-one sessions for help. So definitely take a look at that. And then the next day, we had the amazing Julie Renee. Now, Julie Renee is one of my favorite guests. She is somebody who herself healed herself from multiple cancers. She's regenerated organs like a colon in a beautiful being named Carolyn. You'll hear the stories, but we're also going to do a beautiful activation to end curses and bad luck and any energy interference. And really, we're going to be restoring your spirit to its highest dimensional light and portal. So get ready. We are going to be doing that on that session. You'll get to listen to it down below. It was one of our most popular sessions of the week because the activation is amazing. She takes you to the infinite garden of your original blueprint, that original untouched, unfettered part of you, and opens it up to your divine fullness, and you're going to get to experience it. It's an amazing session. I know you're going to love it. All right, then next session we did, next day, it was an incredible week, it was Karen Lagrange. Now, Karen is an amazing being of light because she uses crystal energy to raise your frequency. And what she did during that session was she did a spring crystalline energy activation to actually revitalize your frequency and move you in the direction of a whole new beginning this spring. So take a listen to that. She uses crystalline energy, and she's been making some incredible new tools. Many of you have heard the story of my pyramids. Well, this is one of her crystalline chargers. Now just take a look at that. They are literally thousands of crystals in this thing. This thing has a vibration off the charts, and it was personally made for me and my energy. The other thing about this that we talk about on the call is inside this here is a particular energy grid and matrix for something that I wanted, and this is based on my intention. She's been doing that. Also, these incredible crystalline chargers. She's been making all of it. She talks about how they work, and we also do the crystal clearings, which I believe we did about 4 crystal clearings using the crystalline matrix machine. It's really amazing. You're gonna love it. And lastly, we had Lynn Waldrop, who came on. Amazing session. It's been one of our most popular sessions, and you'll get to experience that session as well. What we did with Lynn was we had an incredible release session to release the stress and frequency that could cause premature aging. So if you've been feeling like a lot of heaviness or a lot of feeling like the energy is kind of pulling you down in life and you feel like your body's not functioning in the way that you'd like it to, or you just don't feel like yourself, take a listen to that session because we're going to be releasing those heavy anchor points that can hook you in to collective thought fields, maybe of not being well or being a certain age group or demographic, and also collective thought fields that can hold you back from what you really are and prematurely affect how you age. And we've seen this. She tells a story about a man who literally was a 50-year-old, early 50s, living in a very advanced age retirement community that looked like he was in his 80s. Because many times when we're around a certain vibrational field of people who maybe aren't well or aren't fully vibrating at their highest light, we pick up that energy. Now, he was by like a rehabilitation center and was working that area. He picked up that energy. It's very possible he's accelerated that. And there could be other things going on. So we talk all about it, plus reactivating that DNA, reactivating more stem cells, clearing out those anchors. Amazing session from Lynn Waldrop, an amazing process called Release the Stresses That Can Create Premature Aging. So as you can see, we've got all these beautiful things going on at the Youth Revolution offices, and I want to bring it to you. I've got a scalar wave laser. We've talked a lot about these, so I'm going to turn it on, and what you do is you push this little button, and then you choose the program. And the program I'm going to do, let's see, we could do unwind, we could do, we'll just go through these, we could do quantum, or we could do relieve, or we could do Pleo, and I think that what I want to do is rejuve. So this one is going to be about rejuvenation and rejuvenating your energy and your frequency to your light. So if you're in a place to do so, what I'd ask you to do is just take a moment and begin to set your frequency to something you really would like to experience this spring. Since it's springtime, there's a lot of energy. We're going to rejuvenate. I'm going to bring the scalar light to you and hold the intention, and I'm holding the intention that whoever sees this video is going to receive through the quantum field this scalar light. Now, scalar light is basically non-directional light. It cancels out directional energy. So it's basically like wiping a cassette tape clean with a magnet, in essence. And if on your cassette tape there's things you don't want, this clears out the energy. So let's go into still point. We'll take a breath in, and then we'll just let go, and then take another breath in and hold the space between the breath. And there we are. And here, we're gonna send you some scalar light. Now, while you watch, you can look at the scalar light, don't watch while driving, and we're just gonna do a quick meditation activation around the scalar light. It's gonna be bright, here we go, get ready. So just while you look at the scalar light, while it's flashing, if this bothers your eyes, you can turn your head away and just receive the light. So in this light, we're just gonna imagine right now and feel this scalar God light pulsing and reaching your field. This is non-directional programmed light plus laser light. And what it's doing is it's just opening up any areas where there's tension. It's just rejuvenating any frequencies or parts of you that have been closed off. So let's take all those areas of polarity, all those areas where you feel maybe a little stress, a little worry. Is there a worry this weekend that you have? Or maybe a pain in your body or discomfort? Let's just allow this light. Imagine this beautiful pink red light. It's gorgeous, looks like a flower. Just going right to that part, right to that thought field, right to that energy, right to that emotion, right to that worry. And I'm doing the same, and I can feel it. It's just opening up a space right now. It's unwinding, like unfurling a tight rope. You know how ropes are wound together? Just imagine this, opening up that rope, removing the knots. You know, the knots create the pain. The knots create the resistance. The knots create the struggle, the worry. You're just going to clear the way, opening up, unfurling that, and just letting this light open you up to your God self, to that part of you that doesn't need to struggle, that doesn't need to worry, that doesn't need to feel like it's not possible. And since it's spring, we're just going to rejuvenate this beautiful program, and we're going to unwind the heaviness. Imagining this God light, this light that they say comes from the galaxies, from deep space. That's what scalar light is, non-directional light that animates the direction and non-direction of all things. We're just going to let it go straight into your field, straight into wherever it needs to go, and send you off this weekend with a massive and beautiful, amazing blessing, because you are a gift. All right, we're going to just pull it back. Look, it's so beautiful. Wow, look at that. All right, well, you can see I've got this thing running. I've been using it on different parts of me, and we've been talking a lot about these. It's very cool, and one of the things that I love to do with these is, like, if there's a part of pain, you can run it on your shoulder and just unwind whatever is there. You can run it on your chest and just relax and sort of feel your heart expand. No heat, but just the scalar energy has an incredible ability to open up some frequencies. So I'm buzzing and loving light, feeling really good. This stuff is great. It's also really cool for face rejuvenation. It's just a beautiful light. So I love you. I honor you. Thank you for being here. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry it went a little long. And if you have any questions or need anything at all, just email me. I love you. I do believe in you. And I know there is a higher dimensional world and reality that is here. We are hearing about it. The world is changing. Do not be scared. Do not worry about negative news or the way things are being spun. Everything is happening perfectly the way that it needs to for humanity to let go of the old matrix. We are seeing the cracks. You are love, you are light, and there is higher dimensional help here. Much love. Enjoy these sessions. They'll be available between now and Sunday at midnight. Take care, everyone. I love you. Thanks for watching the video.